Then we have calculate the total overhead cost of operating each of the small and WAPA production lines. So let's calculate here. So some information is given. The rent, the factory had the following production overhead cost for week 23. Rent is 500. Management salaries are given. Equipment depreciation and electricity is given. So let's calculate for each of them. So overhead costs are for the small, okay, and for WAPA. Now the first one is the rent. The rent is apportioned, okay, using the additional information is given. The rent is apportioned using the floor area occupied. So let's apportion in the basis of 900 is to 600. Okay, this is nothing but 900 is to 600, which is 9 is to 6, and the ratio of apportionment will be 3 out of 5 and 2 out of 5 of the total rent. That is split. Okay, so 3 out of for the small. Okay, so 3 out of 5, 3 out of 500 and 2 out of 500. So that is the apportionment cost. So this one is 300, and so the remaining will be WAPA, which is 200. Then we have the management salaries 1250. So it is apportioned on the basis of staff numbers 6 is to 4. So you can say 3 out of 5 and 2 out of 5. 3 out of, okay, 3 by 5 times 1250, that is equal to, so that is equal to 750. So for small it is 750, it is apportioned, and for the WAPA it is 2 out of 5 times 1250, and that is equal to 500. So this you have to show the working. Okay, so you better write it here. So this is like this is for the management salaries. Management salaries, okay, they are apportioned on the basis of staff in the ratio of 3 is to 2. Okay, this is for the small and this is for the WAPA. So the ratio is 750 and 500. So 750 will be for this small, and 500 will be for WAPA. 500. Then equipment depreciation, they are apportioned on the basis of cost of equipment in the ratio of 3 is to 1. So 3/4. Okay, so equipment depreciation cost, okay, apportionment on the basis of the cost of the equipment. So let's write here. So it is nothing but 3/4 of the cost. The cost was 400. So this is for the cost for small product. 3/4 of 400, that is equal to 300, and for the WAPA it is 1/4 of 400, that is equal to 100. So 300 and 100. So let's write here. And then you have electricity, which is 250. So let's write electricity. So for the electricity, for the small it is apportioned on the basis of machine power usage in the ratio of 60 is to 40, 3 is to 2. So uh, 3:2 ratios. So 3 out of 3 fifth, okay, will be split um, towards um, small product. So 3/5 of 250, that is equal to 150, and for the WAPA it is 2/5 of 250, so that is equal to 100. So that is going to go into the cost. So this is 250 and this is going to go to here. So 300 plus 750 plus 300 plus this was 150. The total is 250. So this must be 150 and 100. So 150. Okay. So let's add up all these values. 300 plus 750 plus 300 plus 150, that is 1500. So 1500, and let's add for WAPA, it is 200, 700, 800, 900. So the total cost is 900. Okay, 900. Now next question is, calculate for week 23 the total production cost of manufacturing each of one unit of small. So the total cost per unit for small will be the raw material cost per unit, labor cost per unit, and overhead cost per unit, right? So this is they are asking the total cost for production. So that will be equal to, we know the raw material cost per unit for the small. Okay, the raw material cost was calculated in the first one. It was 8 pounds, 8 pounds and 18.75. So let's write here. So for this one, okay, for the small it is 8 pounds, and for this one it is going to be equal to 18 point, okay, it is equal to 18.75. Then we have the labor cost per unit. Okay, the labor cost per unit for the small and WAPA. So the labor cost was total labor cost. So one was 3, other one was 5. So let's add up. So this one was 3 and here it is 5. And then you have the overhead cost per unit we have to calculate. So we had calculated the total overhead cost per unit, means you have to divide it by the 1000 by the number of units produced. So 750 unit. Okay, 1500 divided by 750. So that is equal to 11 plus the 11 plus 1500. Okay, divided by 750 is going to be equal to 2. So 2, that is equal to 13 pounds. Okay, so the cost is going to be equal to 13 pounds for the small product production. Whereas for the WAPA, so we had put the raw material per unit cost and labor cost. Now the overhead cost was 900 and they had produced, but per unit we have to calculate. So that is equal to 900 divided by 300 units were produced. So that is equal to 26.75. Okay, 26.75 pounds. So now these are the total per cost unit. Okay, then evaluate alpha's use of